Path, the podcast where we talk to people from the world of audio about their ideas, opinions and methods.
Dodie is an English singer-songwriter, author and YouTube personality. Her videos are creative, showcasing her stunning vocals, ukulele and piano talents, and songwriting ability. She has grown a very loyal online fan base and has toured her original music around the world and independently released 2 EPs that both charted in the UK Albums Chart. In this episode, Dodie and I share a candid conversation about her new music, diary entries, embarrassing moments on stage, and ending with her advice for musicians on YouTube. Stay tuned for Signal Path. Let's talk about music. Have you been working on some new stuff recently?
Yes, I have.
Tell me more.
Yes, I've been working on an EP with like various songs that I've written over the years, because I don't know about you, but I write so slowly. Like, I don't know, I can always force out a song if I need to, but usually I just kind of wait until it comes to me, and then that's usually like once a year, maybe like twice a year, which is so bad. That's terrible. I'm like the weirdest kind of songwriter. That makes me sound like I'm just so different for anyone else, but like, I don't know. I feel like most people go like, I don't know, most songwriters I know, like, you know, take classes and do sessions and I don't know, go to courses and like write every day. Oh, I've written a song every day. And I'm like, I just cannot do that, which is probably not good. I should probably try harder. But anyway, yes, I've been working on an EP. I think there's like 7 songs. I might be wrong.
So a big EP.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to still call it an EP because I don't want to call it like my debut album, because I want that to be a thing, or something a bit more special. But I mean, this is still special. Wow. I'm messing this up.
No, you're not.
No, it's fine.
I totally get what you mean.
This one's more like a scrapbook of different songs that I've written, you know, which is what I feel like a lot of my EPs are. It's like, there isn't really, I don't know, there wasn't really a plan. It was just kind of like how I was feeling, and I've like collected them and mushed them together into something fun. But it's not like, I want my first album to be maybe a narrative of some kind. I think that'd be really fun. But yeah, been in the studio. And
who are you working with?
A bunch of people. Again, this EP was more kind of experimental. I've been working with producers who I haven't worked with before to kind of see, to like step out of my comfort zone and see what it would be like to work with other people, like who I work best with, or like what different producers can bring like different things to different songs. So I've been working with Joe Rubel. He produced a song called Monster, which is one of my faves of the EP. It's almost electronic, which is very different to me, but still kind of with that organic stuff in there, because it's got like little tiny like keyboard things, but also like and like some synth stuff, but also a lot of people like chanting and singing and like plucking on like pizzicato and like strings and stuff. So it's just like it's a very big sound. He's really good at making like big sounds, and that was really fun. I also worked with a guy called Fred Cox, who's really cool. He's like the most enthusiastic person in the world. He'll just like bounce around a room. We did a song called If I'm Being Honest, which I wrote in literally like half a day. That was one of the songs that just like fell out of me. One of the rare ones, but that was really fun. Who else? Oh, David Carson. He's really cool. I've done 2 tracks with him. He's very much like me in that we're both very picky, but luckily in the same way, and that's very rare. Like, I feel like we both have a same kind of like sound, or like a same goal, and we both like work to get to it. So that's very cool. Also, we share a love of pickles. Do you like pickles?
Yeah,
love pickles. It was like the studio treat. Anyway, who else? Hugh Waskett, who did, do you know Will Joseph Cook?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did his album, Sweet Dreamer, which is so good. And I worked on a song with him as well. That was really fun. Yeah, a bunch of people. So many people.
And your band as well?
Yes. Got in the band. That's always really fun. yeah, I'm so lucky to have such a cool band. In fact, I don't know, like so many of my favorite moments on the EP are thanks to them. Like the string part in If I'm Being Honest was written by Will, who plays violin for me. And I love it so much. Like that's my favorite bit. And then in Monster, there's like a sick bass solo. Because Pete, the weirdest thing is like my music tends to be, I don't play bass, so I don't really know what the limitations of that is. I just kind of know what it should sound like, and then I give it to Pete, and Pete like plays so well. He always wants to go crazy, and I'm like, okay, Pete, tone it down. And then for this one, I was like, Pete, I want you to go wild, and he was like, okay. And so the bass is like, which is really fun. So yeah, I love my band. They're great.
That's very cool. When it comes to working with producers, and you saying that you have a particular sound in mind, are you good at communicating it?
Oh my god, I'm definitely getting better. I don't know, I feel like there's a few ways in which you mean that. Like, for example, I used to struggle with actually saying that I want something different.
Yeah. Because
I'm a girl and a lot of the producers are men. And I just feel silly, and I feel stubborn, and also very nervous. Maybe that's on me, who knows? I mean, I've gotten better at it now. But yeah, I'm definitely better now at saying, no, wait, I don't like that, or like, I just want to make it right. But in terms of technically communicating it, no, because I don't know anything about like EQ or, I mean, I know it a little bit, but mostly I'm just like, can we make that sound less like ta-ta-ta and more like to-to-to? And they're like, okay, I think I know what you mean. So yeah, it's just about experience really, and like going back in again and again and again. And that's always really hard when you're trying to do something and make it perfect, like make it 100%, but you just haven't collected the experience enough yet to get it to what you want it to be. And that's always really tough. But every time I go back in, I learn something and make it better. So I am like climbing my way up to what I want to be. But then your perspective, like your view of what's good enough will always get further away from you. So
yeah, I think, was it Joni Mitchell who was like, songs are like tattoos? That they're sort of relevant at the time that you create them or record them. It's so it's relevant to so many things within songwriting, but you sort of like, you have to do the best that you can at that point. But you know that you're going to progress, and you know that you're going to change and stuff, and that's only exciting. But you have to get through the songs, or you have to get through that studio time to be able to progress on even further.
Yeah, it's really hard sitting on songs. I'm more used to it now, but like in the past when I just uploaded on YouTube, I'd write a song. I mean, this is when I was writing all the time, but I'd write a song in a day, upload it, and be like, done, I did it, woohoo! It's so fresh in my mind. And then with, like, for example, this EP, I've been sitting on some of these songs for like a year. And that's so weird because over time it will like age in my head. It's like having fruit in your brain, and then it goes like brown and you're like, oh, I'm sick of this song, but no one else has heard it yet. It's still fresh fruit to everyone else. So you just have to remember that and trust.
That's very true. Did you used to feel more of a sense of urgency about getting things out into the world than you do now, where you're like, okay, I can sit and hold on to this?
Yeah. Luckily, all of my friends are filmmakers, so they have no choice but to just hold on to stuff, and it can take years and years and years to like collect every part of it. So I've learned from them to be a bit more patient with my work.
When you say you were just uploading, did you not see yourself initially as a singer-songwriter, or did you just see it as YouTube as the way of doing that?
I guess I kind of believed everyone else who kind of saw YouTube as not legit in terms of songwriting, because that's just the way the world views. I know, well, I think so. But yeah, I guess I didn't really see myself as legit until you put something on Spotify, which just isn't true. It's just another platform for sharing.
Exactly. Do you play songs live that you've just written and stuff, so you play through them? That always changes everything for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How so?
Just people's reactions. Like, you might think it's the best song in the world, you play it, and then people are like,
oh my God, yes. I so know that. That's happened so many times. Yeah, I've definitely done that before, and I'm like, well, I'm scrapping this bad idea. But then again, on the other hand, like, I have so many people who will I don't know. Yeah, it's so fun to play a brand new song because like my audience is great. They will sing along to mostly everything. They're wonderful. And then I'm like, okay, I want to be heard this time.
Stop screaming.
Yeah, which is like, you know, it's obviously nice, but then sometimes I'm like, all right, one song, and so I get to play something that everyone's just listening to. Well, most people are filming because they want to be the first to like get it up and be like, a new song. But I don't look at them. I look at the people who are looking at me like, what is this? And I'm like, let me play it for you, which is really cool.
That's pretty special.
Yeah, it really is. That's my favorite part about gigs. I've said this in like so many interviews, but like I don't mind people filming. Obviously, I definitely film a lot and I try and capture the moment, but you've got to put it down sometimes. And my favorite moments are just like staring into the eyes of people who are watching me or like listening, because it's like I'm like singing to them. I want to give them a moment. That sounds really lame and arrogant, but I've just had that so many times with like musicians that I've seen on stage who will take the time to look out into the audience and like lock eyes, and I'm like, a moment. And I'm so like weirdly,
but you remember it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like, I don't know, I'm one of those people who like lives for those little poignant moments where I'm like, I don't know, it changes things for me.